Welcome to Sunrise. So happy you're rising with us. Now, the holidays are all about lighting up the season, but that doesn't mean we should be lighting up our houses. With all the Christmas trees and lights, if we're not safe, we might be sorry. Deputy Commissioner Sean Martin and Assistant Superintendent Jay Scott from the Jamaica Fire Brigade, they join us for this safety network with tips to ensure your Christmas won't go up in flames. Gentlemen, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is such a critically important conversation because I think a lot of people take it for granted that you can just plug in anything, put up anything, and it won't cause any issues. But you're here to say, no, hold on. Before you plug in anything and put up anything, pause.
Yes.
Let's talk about
let's begin with some things that people don't know are unsafe.
Yeah.
You know, some things that they probably are not realizing that when, as a firefighter, you're like, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
All right. One of the simple things most persons don't really understand, your electrical circuit can carry a certain amount of load, meaning it can take a certain amount of appliances. So when you plug an extension into an outlet and you plug several things into the extension and another extension into that extension, you're actually overloading your electrical circuit. You could have a short circuit.
I know that. I lost a microwave that way. Yeah, that's so true.
So it is something that persons need to pay attention to. Don't plug an extension into an extension. Don't overload your electrical circuits.
By the way, I literally currently have an extension plugged into an extension in my kitchen. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
But it's hidden away, but in order to get multiple outlets for multiple things.
And that's what we're saying. So for example, your electrical circuit has a particular rating, and the breakers carry like 10 amp, 15 amp, or 20 amp. So normally your plugs might carry a 10 or 15 amp breaker. And when you plug a microwave and a refrigerator into it and you put an extension under, you're overloading the circuit. So you should try to avoid overloading it. That is why you have so many different outlets inside your kitchen or inside your living hall, so that you can just plug just two things in there.
That has happened to me because, well, my refrigerator by itself, I have a large microwave, and it kept chipping out, and it kept on chipping the breaker, and everything on that side of the kitchen kept going. And I'm like, this stupid house.
No, the circuit was being overloaded.
Yes, we know.
Well, truth be told, I was told, buy this and only plug the microwave into this. Don't put nothing else on it. I didn't know the...
Fortunately for you, your circuit breaker was working properly, so it tripped. If your circuit breaker wasn't working properly, the wire would have overloaded and you'd have started a fire, because the wire would start burning, to get hot. Start burning.
And that is how it happens.
Right.
I actually did not know that. I genuinely didn't know that that's how it happens. But speaking of fires, another thing that people often do in the holidays is light candles.
Right.
Set mood. Create ambience.
So one other thing we want to say to persons in terms of the candles, try and avoid candles at all costs. You have a lot more electrical things which can replace candles and give the same effect. So you have lanterns, you have small lights, because if you leave candle unattended, it's really an open flame, it starts a fire easily. So what we're trying to say to persons, try and buy a small lantern to replace the candle. You can change the light color, you can change the mode of a light, you can change so many things just like what the candle would do without the risk of the candle itself.
You know, Jay, help us understand a little bit of like what are some of the typical things that you see at this time of year when you see a fire. What are some of the things that people are, the chronic mistakes that we're making that are causing fires at this time of the year?
All right, so this period involves a lot of celebration, right? And that celebration includes decoration. Typically, we see a lot of trees going up and we put the pretty lights on the trees. But one thing persons normally do is that they recycle the lights. The lights that you've been using for many years, you still use them now, and oftentimes we don't check them as thoroughly as we're supposed to. So that is one of the issues that could be a problem in terms of starting fires. Also, we do a lot more cooking. Everybody from country come over, or people from town go country. And so a lot more cooking is done. And cooking in and of itself has its dangers. So if we're not careful, then that is also a problem in terms of not being guided by safety practices.
Can we talk a bit as well about the use of fireworks and firecrackers at this time?
Well, something that we should point out is that if you use any of those things without a permit, it's illegal, right? And so the recommendation is that you should actually seek to get a permit. And the thing about it is that not everyone can get a permit. You have to be a licensed practitioner. So you'd have to seek guidance on that from the municipal corporation, the fire brigade, the police, as well as the Ministry of Health. All right. So if any sort of fireworks is going to be used, it has to be done with a permit.
And in an open area,
Yes, no,
away
the permit,
from all...
Sorry,
Go ahead,
the
tell me.
permit process involves us as a fire brigade looking at where you intend to utilize it to make sure that that area is safe. So it's not just to say, okay, I want to do some fireworks and you're just given the go-ahead. There is a process that is taken to ensure that safety measures are complied with.
Deputy Commissioner, we can't let you go. I know that this is a busy time for you. What are some things that persons can do to make this time less busy for you?
All right. So one thing we want to say to persons, trying to use certified equipment, things that are UL rated. So, for example, if you're going to buy wires, lights, don't buy aftermarket lights. If you're going to use extension cords, buy proper extension. There are times that you might be ironing and you plug your iron in an extension and the extension keep tripping. It's because that extension is not able to carry that load. So, and then what you can do is also don't leave your lights on at night or when you leave in your home. Unless you have a power management system on those lights that will actually regulate the voltage, and if there's a change, it will actually trip out. What you want to do is pay attention to your cooking. So when you're cooking, we have the outside barbecue, we're jerking, we're doing things like that. Ensure that the area surrounds it is actually safe, and somebody's always paying attention to what is happening. Be careful of the children, they're very curious. When they see fires, they have a very curious mind. They will explore, they will try to find things out. So always ensure that you're giving an eye on the children to see what is it that they're doing, and pay attention to your surrounding that you're using, wherever you're cooking. So these are some of the basic things that persons can actually do to actually have a safer Christmas, and that's what we want. We want everybody to be safe.
And you see all like Christmas time now, and everybody putting up new curtains. Make sure nothing near the curtain.
Right.
No candle no near the curtain, it no near the stove, no breeze can blow the window and blow the curtain for catch nothing. We have to be so mindful.
And don't leave the kids at home
becoming
unattended.
a kind of a thing
It is
in
becoming a
Jamaica,
thing in Jamaica,
really,
yeah.
Right, so you want to make sure you have a screen over the fireplace so the sparks are contained within the fireplace.
Can you imagine we have fire? Hey, it's a fireplace becoming a thing, you know.
Becoming a thing. It is becoming a thing.
Hey. But you heard what he said. We're going to take the advice. We have to take heed for sure. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Really appreciate this. That was Deputy Commissioner Sean Martin and Assistant Superintendent Jay Scott from the Jamaica Fire Brigade. Coming up next, the musical doctor checks in for a Tuesday morning checkup. Please stay tuned. Come back for a checkup right here on Sunrise. Hey, it's not even, you see that fire or something there?
Don't play with it, yeah.
Jeez,